I try to tell my kids, I said, when you're struggling, try lifting someone else up. It takes the focus of, oh, I made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. If you can get out of yourself and think about someone else and lifting them up, I think that's a really positive thing. Teresa Zimmerlee. I was in Brookings Harbor, and the weather was really nice, but I was after something a little bit more. So more as in bigger, and I thought Portland would be a better opportunity to find that. And I started here in 1993 when the girls first came. I came when they came. Jim Perkin was on that interview, Dave Nicholas, Father Robinson. I remember that Dave Nicholas and Jackie Schuster actually took me out to breakfast after that interview. It was a little stressful, but not too bad. Dick Gedros scared me just a little bit, and I love the man. I grew to love him. He loved Jesuit and what it was about, and he pretty much lived the mission, and I had a lot of respect for him. I remember going to chapel right off the bat, and that made me just a little bit nervous because I'm not Catholic. I have a spiritual life, but I don't happen to be Catholic, so I wasn't sure. I asked Father Robinson about communion, and he filled me in about what I should do. If I were giving advice to new teachers coming in here, I think that I would say you have to start out with expectations. You can love the kids and still have expectations for them. And this is a great place to work, I think. Get out and meet people, go to some of the activities and games and matches. And the kids see you and they appreciate that. They know if you're there. In fact, sometimes they'll tell me, "Did you see so-and-so was here at the game?" So that's always nice for them. You get to see kids in a different light when they're competing or just in a club. You get to see, like when they do the talent show, you get to see things that they can do that we had no idea. And I think that the rewards for that are way better than what people might think. I think in 1993, I was way more rigid. Addie Webster-Ogata was on my team in 2004, and she said, "Oh, Coach, you've gotten so soft." So I guess you evolve, and as I have gotten older, I understand that every kid is someone's special person, and that everyone has something that they're dealing with. It doesn't matter who they are, so if you can be kind or smile at them, it's just little things that make a huge difference, I think. And I think in a short amount of time, I learned that you can't treat every student or every person the same because we're all different. And again, I feel like people have things, in their life that they may be struggling with, and you kind of have to be aware. Some people you can push, like coaching volleyball. Some kids you can push, and again, you have to lift them up also, not just push them, because that's tough. They may be getting pushed somewhere else, and it gets to be a lot after a while. So I think you have to be kinder and care for each one of them and not them as a collective. I think Jesuit has been a school where the kids are challenged and held to high expectations. And I think for us to continue to be successful, that you have to have some expectations and you have to challenge the kids because they're smart. They're going to do just what you expect of them. And I think that we can, if we continue to have high expectations, they're very talented and very intelligent. They'll rise to the occasion. And it's not being mean to them, it's challenging them and helping them grow. And sometimes growth isn't always that comfortable. I know that also. I think we all do. It's one of those things where yesterday at practice, somebody served somebody because I was having them challenge each other one-on-one, serving and passing. And someone said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Oh, okay, you guys, you can't be sorry because you have to learn to challenge each other, and it's okay because that's how you get better." And I think that if we don't continue to challenge the students and the athletes here, that we won't be as good a school as we have been. I have loved every team that I've had here. It takes a little while to build something. And I know that 2004 was pretty special. That was the first team that won a state championship. A very talented group. Never had to worry about passing in volleyball. Serve receive is a big deal. So that group, very talented. And 2015, that won the Nike National Championship. Those guys, a lot of them went Division I to play. So that was a pretty phenomenal crew. But I've had lots of teams with great leadership. This team and the last few years have been really good when the kids, when you work that hard for something, it's special. I feel sometimes I think they think I'm tough on them, but I tell them I wouldn't ask you to do anything I didn't think that you were potentially capable of doing. So on a day-to-day basis, I try to teach them, because they're pretty talented, that it's okay to challenge each other. So if you want to get better, you have to be challenged. If you aren't growing, then you're stagnant and you're not going to get better. We can all get better. Me coaching, them playing, all of them understand that it takes all of us. All of those guys understand that they have to take care of each other and rely on each other. And sometimes if you're having an off day, your teammates are going to pick you up. They trust each other, and that's huge if you can get them to trust each other and care about each other, not just on the court, but in life, because life can be hard sometimes. Oh, I think of those people that are like, I felt they were pillars of the Jesuit community. And of course, I think about Dave and Dick Gedrose and Essie Smith, all of those people who loved Jesuit. And I think Gene Potter, I look up to him because he has high expectations and knows how to get the best out of the kids. And I always kind of gravitate to watch how other people do things. And I know there's a lot of great teachers here that I can learn things from. And I know we never stop learning, so that's always a good thing. Well, obviously, as I stated earlier, I've been here half my life, so I love Jesuit. But it's like every other place, there are always places where we can improve, and I believe that about just about everything in life. It's not going to be perfect. That's where you're striving for, but you have to keep in perspective what's really important, and that's the people that are here. This age group of athletes and students is my very favorite, and I think if you can embrace even the challenging parts, it's a great place to work. I think, and again, there's challenges for everyone, and if you just keep striving to do the best you can and get to know the people around you, I think that that's a good thing. And I work with great colleagues, and the administration has been very supportive, and it's just a good place to work.
So, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh.